Fireflies by Owl City is objectively the greatest thing in existence. We know this already. But in the same strength, what's the worst thing in existence? Oh god! Okay, that's much better. Sonic 06 is just one of those games that when you look back on it, you just think, was I high? If you haven't heard of this game, oh well, you're lucky. It was ass. But this is old news, of course. This game came out in 2006, hence why it's called Sonic 06, or better known as Sonic 666. It was rushed, it was buggy. Did I mention ass? It's no secret that Sega wanted them holiday sales, so they forced out this dumpster fire of a game too early. But what's even crazier than that is that after all the game-breaking bugs, the absolute atrocious gameplay, I liked it. Not just liked it, it was one of my favorite games as a kid. Why did I seem to like it so much during my early childhood? Well, that's something that I had to find out. I conducted tests, experiments, anything to solve why I liked this thing. It would even keep me up at night. The f***? But I finally found the answer. It's a little something called being a f***ing kid. Being a kid affects most everyone, and the side effects are as follows. Liking Sonic 06. Damn it! Ever since this game mysteriously disappeared when I was a kid, aka I just probably sold it for in-store credit, I've always wanted to replay it. I remember thinking it was awesome, but as I was growing up, I saw some extremely minute, subtle hints that maybe Sonic 06 wasn't all that I thought it was. I had a decision to make. Do I forget this thing even existed, push it to the far reaches of my mind like everyone else, and pray to God that I never have to play it again? Or do I grow some integrity, see for myself, and make up my own mind? I chose to forget about it, but Destiny saw it another way. Ugh. Damn it. Oh, man. That's such a boring game. I totally didn't die. It's just a boring game. Sonic 06 was meant to be a reboot of sorts. After some not so well receptive games for, I don't know, the entirety of the franchise, they decided to reboot and breathe new life into the Sonic name. Didn't work at all. In fact, it's known as the worst Sonic game of all time, if not one of the worst games of all time. But is it really that bad? Well, I decided to replay the game for myself. But they didn't sell it at my local GameStop for whatever reason, so I fell into the trap that millions of Americans fall for every day. I supported the multi-billion-dollar corporations. Free shipping. At first glance, the box art isn't anything to get worked up over. It's just the usual reboot franchise name with the enticing attention grabbers on the back. Oh, you like Sonic? Well, how about controlling a motorcycle? And if for some reason you want to play as Sonic, well, pop this bad boy in and... yeah, this might be an indication for what we're about to go through. So the title screen isn't anything special, just some rock music and the options for single player, multiplayer, and they put dev time into this? When you hit single player, you can only play as Sonic, which is no big deal. It's not like I totally bought this game for the motorcycle, damn it! You hit start and you're hit with this beautiful, crispy cutscene. Now that's what I'm talking about. Good visuals with a more mature tone and less saturated colors. I'm glad this looks pretty good so far. Ah! Sadly, the cutscene from just now is like 1 out of like 5. Feels like they spent half their budget on these things when looking at the rest of the game. Like, the f***? When there's a pre-rendered cutscene, the visuals are great. There's swelling music, okay voice acting, but the cinematic camera angles are something else. When it's an in-game cutscene, it's just...
okay, with your help, this should be a piece of cake.
I'll do my best.
While I forced myself to play this game, I noticed something I didn't quite remember from playing this game as a kid. These loading screens are atrocious! So the normal loading screens are bad enough, right? Just going from one location to another takes like 20 seconds. Well, when you're forced to do these stupid side quests and talk to the NPCs, you have to run up, accept their challenge, load screen. They brief you on the challenge. Load screen. You play the challenge. Load screen. Sometimes the loading can take longer than the actual side quest. It's crazy. But you're only forced to do a couple side quests to progress through the main game. Is that still too much? Oh, you betcha! I had to take breaks just about every 15 minutes to keep my sanity, but I still ended up forgetting how to tie my shoes. But that isn't to say the whole game is bad, though. Things like, the cutscenes. Oh, I already said that. Oh man. This game sucks! The combat is non-existent. For Sonic and Shadow, you just jump and press X to lock on and hit the same 4 enemies. If you're the new silver guy that's in this game, you can pick stuff up with your mind and hurl them at the same 4 enemies, if it even throws them at them at all. And hey, that's it! That's it! It's really just boring and glitchy, but you can also play as the side characters every once in a while, and it's boring and glitchy. Even the regular running around is boring and glitchy. I'm seriously questioning if I ever even like this game. I used to think the fight between Sonic and Silver was so cool, as if it had any emotional weight or was dramatic with high stakes. But no, this dude Silver right here is from the future, where TikTok takes over the world, and he's approached by an asset-flipped Shadow and told to kill some guy and this will all go away. Seems sketchy and stupid, right? Well, Silver takes him up on it. And during the Sonic story, after a low-budget cutscene with just the greatest storytelling known to man,
Smile.
you're just randomly back to the main hub city and just randomly attacked by some rando that you haven't met yet. And get this, he's the first big bad ever since that egg guy. So, how does it go? He talks about something in the future that you've never heard of before. You know, big boy stuff. So what happens with this new, mysterious, threatening villain? You kick his ass and the damsel in distress gets captured again. And for some reason, after she gets captured for the third time in a row, you just go back to the main world. You then go through a really bad puzzle, you teleport to a bigger part of the city, meet the red guy, teleport to a snowy place, snowboard with the worst controls known to man, teleport to Egg Guy's trap, teleport to the past. Are you noticing a pattern here? Throughout the entire game, there isn't one coherent transition. Hell, literally after the first cutscene in the game, after the princess lady is captured and you have to save her, it teleports to daytime! There isn't a single seamless transition throughout the entire game. Just a bunch of non-explained, weirdly placed portals, some platforming, and a boss fight to keep you awake. So the gameplay is bad, we know. Everyone has railed on the game, specifically for that. You will not get through it without about 25 game-breaking bugs. They obviously put all the resources into these 2 cutscenes, right? So how well is that grandiose story? Well,
Sonic, come back. To me. To us.
That's right, as he's asleep, the princess sexually assaults Sonic. It's crazy the things that got away in 2006. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, that's not it? Oh, it's that a little girl kisses a f***ing hedgehog? So Sonic wakes up from the symptoms of an oral STD, beats Eggman's ass, and escapes with the princess.
Nice smile.
What a perfect story. I'm just kidding, it's one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. But aren't there 2 other storylines, you may ask? Why, yes, you can play as the white guy or the black guy. Did I sadly force myself to play it? Yes. Am I gonna go over it? Absolutely not, because it's the same game as the first one. There's the same characters, same gameplay, and it's just as ass as always. It's just that the characters sometimes interact with each other. That's it. No, please. I never want to play this game again. So overall, was this game as amazing as I remember? No. This is by far the worst Sonic game out there. Not the worst game out there, because that's just a bit of hyperbole, but it's pretty damn bad. Maybe if they had a bit more time to polish up the gameplay and make it not look like an N64 game, it would be better. But the past is in the past. This game will now just be a landmark on how to make a series fall. And suck ass for the next 14 years. It really feels like the Sonic name was destroyed after this game. It was such a letdown, the biggest letdown in gaming history, some would say. It was clunky, the combat was bad, the story was atrocious, graphics were subpar, everything about this game was just bad. But you know what? In all honesty, the fries are really good.